Okay, hello. Yeah, so let me wait. If let me check if we are live. Hopefully we are. Yes, we are live. Let's reset the timer. 1 hour. And today, as I said, we are gonna write the account factory. But before that, we need to go and check the ERC4337 ERC4337 EIPs. Okay, so we need to check the EIP, and that we need first time account creation. Okay, get sender address. There is no what again? There is no outline for the account factories. It just tells you where was that. Yeah, first time account creation factory does use, yeah, or some other deterministic method to create the wallet. Okay, so factory creation factory. Okay. It just it'll, if user operation has init code, uh, the field, if field is not empty, then it'll call the factory and then send the data, whatever call data that is there, that call data will be executed on the factory. So we need to write a contract with whatever values we have and create a deterministic way to actually, sorry, to create the new account contracts. That's the plan. um, to be deterministic, we need to use create2, not create. If I remember create versus create2 correctly, it's basically create is the default and introduce, yeah, predetermined contract address. So it has a salt. If there is salt, it's like this function, this thing is deterministic and this is not. Oh no, this is also deterministic, um, because you have sender address and the nuns, so you can actually determine it. For some reason, this one is recommended or expected to use. So what if does not use, expected to return the wallet address even if wallet has been already. Okay, let's follow the guidelines. uh, I don't want to read the whole thing. This part I have already read it multiple times. uh, the idea is we need a function that creates the address and a function that returns, not returns, but um, gives a number, gives a address address of the account contract. So one is view and one is just like public, which anyone can call. Okay, we can go back to our VS Code now. In the VS Code, yeah, samples, we can say new file and account factory. Okay, account factory dot sol. Let's rename it. dot soul. Now we have this. We can use pragma solidity 0.8.24. Then contract account factory. Okay, that's about it. Back to browser. I want to check how to use create2. Create2, open Zeppelin. Okay, so we have this create2 from CLI. Don't really care. No, we don't need CLI. Guide to using. Okay. Vault factory. Deploy vault. Creation code. Vault. And how can we initialize it? Let me reference to something else. Yeah, okay. So what we need to do is, in the creation code, we need to encode the values, constructor values. And then when we are deploying the new contract to the new address, whatever that is, we need to give, sorry, we need to give that constructor arguments. We need to encode it, which will create this value. Sorry, creation code. Yeah. So this value will create and then we'll deploy it. Just a second. Open. Yeah. So we know we have create2 and open Zeppelin. So how we have used it. Do we have open Zeppelin? Yes. Open Zeppelin contracts, utils, and then create2. So let's copy this part. Create2 function, deploy new account contract, public function, get address. Okay, in this it says get sender address. Okay, let's find this. What that is. entry point, yeah, sender creator, it's a create sender init code, reverts, okay, this reverts. What that does is it takes the first 20 bytes which will be address, and then bytecode, and then it calls the bytecode, yeah, it executes the bytecode on the factory, it gets the sender. If not success, sender equal to 0. If it is success, the sender will be returned here and it will revert. So we will still have the sender value without actually creating that account contract. Okay, this is public view. Here we'll take the constructor arguments. In our case, what are those? Entry point and the owner. So I entry point and then owner. I entry point, address, owner, and also we can say salt. What's the value of salt? Or at least in the, yes, bytes 32. I'm referencing to this guide to using CREATE2 from the Open Zeppelin forum. So if you want to check it, you can check there. What else? What else? Bytes 32 salt. Okay, we need to import I entry point source slash interfaces slash I entry point dot sol. Okay, let's encode packed. So it's really bytes memory. Bytes. Okay, we also need to import simple account source slash sample slash simple account dot sol. Okay, type simple account dot creation code. Okay, let's try bytes 32 creation code equal to, okay, so that's not bytes, that's not bytes 32, it's bytes only. Okay, then we have bytes memory constructor args equal to abi dot encode packed entry point comma owner. Now we have this. Let's go here. No, we can't. Lab open Zeppelin contracts utils create2. Okay, in the create2 it says we're gonna use deploy. Amount, what's amount? Okay, constructor payable. So this is if we have constructor payable and we want to send some amount at the start, this will be that amount. Then salt, then bytecode. Okay, bytecode. Yeah, we can call that bytes memory bytecode. Okay, avi dot encode packed is what? Okay, creation code comma constructor arcs. This does create2 returns. Yes, it returns the address. So we can say returns address account contract. Okay, now account contract equal to create2 dot deploy. Now UN256. No, we don't need it. This is contract. You can just say 0. Next is what's next? The salt and then the bytecode. Salt and then the bytecode. Okay, so we have that. This also returns address account contract. Go down, sorry, also go up. Take the same arguments and take the same code. But we can't deploy. So how can we check? Compute address, yes. Compute address and then remove this. Internal view. What function? Okay. How does someone use that? It's a library. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT uh, how to use following function in my code. It is from create2.sol library. Okay, I am library. I'm importing it in this way. Okay, you guys can still see this, right? What am I doing? Okay, for some reason, okay, I guess I am lost somewhere. You just say bytes. Let's go to create2. In the create2, it takes bytecode hash. Bytecode hash. We can remove all these things. We don't need them, and say hash. Okay, what's the matter here? Bytecode we can use to get hash. Say bytes 32 hash, and then copy this, paste it here. Okay, that was the issue. So we were passing bytes instead of bytes 32. Now this is the factory done basically. This was the only thing that was creating the issue, where yeah, let's rename this new account contract. We can say get account address. Account contract address seems like a bit too long. That's why I don't want it. Then what if I zoomed in? How this looks to you guys? Okay, remove this. Okay, we have done this. Let's write let's start to write a unit test for this. Unit test core sample, new file, account factory.soul.t.soul. Okay, because that's it's a test. Pragma 0.8.24. Now what we can do, first import test from forge dash std slash test.sol, then create contract. Oh, we should rename this account factory test.t.sol. Same name here, factory test dot, no, test is test function setup public import account factory source slash sample slash account factory dot sol. Okay, now that's done. We need entry point, import our entry point, no, entry point from source slash core slash entry point dot sol. Okay, here we need entry point private entry point, then address private owner. We can set those up. Then owner equal to make addr owner function test account factory is created on correct address. Public, that's done. Okay, we also need to generate the factory account factory private account factory. Oh no, not, and a small account factory equal to new account factory. Yes, that's done. Account factory dot get at post. What should we post? We have entry point address. We need salt, so bytes 32 salt equal to, let's go back to browser, boundary generate random bytes. uh, I know we can just use uh, abi.encode packed any string and then take a hash of it. I just want to check if there is anything. Okay, we can ignore that. Back here, use kcalc 256 abi.encode packed, and can we do this random string? Yeah, we can. So we have our salt, get address, which will be which will expect entry point, then owner, and then salt. We get the address. So address expected address equal to, now we will say address generated address equal to account factory dot new account contract entry point owner salt assert equal to expected address is equal to generated address. That's done. Next is check if contract deployed to address has same interface. So interface A, address A, b dot count. We use something like that. No, we saw something like that here, right? In the base paymaster, I think it was base paymaster. Yes, require address entry point supports interface I entry point dot interface ID. Let's see what's IERC intersection interface of standard defense. Yeah, supports interface. Okay, let me read what this is. You guys can also read it. Okay, so this is just adding the contract needs to follow this and needs to have the support interface. Okay, so this is not useful for us in any case. Okay, let's go back to this and say assert equal to let's generate a call data, memory, call data, call data, avi.encode packed with y, yeah, with selector. Then say simple account dot owner dot selector. We also need to import that then. Simple account. Okay, it's not directly in the simple account. Uh, that's why we are not getting it. Okay, we have the entry point there. Let's say entry point. Okay, now what we can do is generated address dot call data. This will return the address. Let's go back to browser. Validity low level call docs. Where is control F low level? No, we don't have this. Let's go here. Do we have that? Call success. Okay, we have that. It's a view call. Okay, what? Let's go here. Boolean. Then success bytes memory data address actual entry point equal to avi.decode data address assert equal to entry point address and then actual entry point. Okay, require success. Something went wrong. That works. Forge test dash empty. Field deployment. New contract. So we are getting error in the factory. Create to deploy. Salt. That's correct. We are sending the correct salt. Am I messing up somewhere? Yes, I am. So the assertion failed. This is not equal to this. Yep, encode. Now it should be. So let me explain what happened. Uh, we need to encode pact the whole value, the byte code, but we should we can't encode pact the constructor arguments, because if padding is not there, then constructor can't decode what's there, what's in the constructor arguments, because we haven't written it in that way. We are directly passing the values in the what is that, in the constructor arguments. Like these two values are different, and we are not passing bytes memory or bytes call data in the constructor. If that was the case and we were decoding all these values in the constructor body, uh, we could have done like abi.encode pact and send the constructor arguments, but we are not doing that. So that's why it needs to be encode, not encode pact. And you can see here everything is working correctly. This value is correct. The entry point address is correct. So we know that what was that? We know that the account contact that is being deployed is working correctly. I'm not sure how to do that supports interface test, or it, can we even do that? That's a different scenario. So for now, this is good enough for us. Okay, we have done the account contract. We have done the not account contract, account factory. We have done the unit tests for account factory, and tomorrow we'll do integration tests for account factory instead of doing that today. It's the same thing that we did for all the integration tests. We just need to create a user operation hash, then send it to entry point. Here there won't be any call data in the user operation hash. There will be init code data. So they know, the entry point knows that we are what that we want to create a new account contract and not call the existing one. That's the plan basically. So if you, oh shit, I don't know. Did you guys even see that? I didn't change the, oh, okay. So let me regurgitate everything. We are getting the error. Here we got the error. We had error in deploying contract because we are using ABI.encode pact, and while creating the contract that failed, then we changed this and ran the test again. But here we were using ABI.encode pact, so the addresses were not matching. We changed that, and then the whole thing passed. That was the idea. Okay, I don't know how long I had that on. I had the browser on and doing the coding. Let me see on the stream. And not that long. Okay, it was long enough for a few minutes. Yeah, so we just need to change this, and in the account factory, we are doing we are generating the call data to call entry point function. Then on the address, we are executing the call data using call. We get success and data. We are checking if not success, it will throw an error. If it is success, it will pass through. Then here we are decoding the data because we know return data will only have address. So abi.decode pass the data and the tuple with only one value of type address, uh, which will be the type of return data, uh, which is address. Then we got the address and we are checking if the address is correct with the expected entry point. That was the test. Okay. Tomorrow we'll do the integration test, and next we can go back to unit testing entry point and all the functions that are related to account factories and creating the creating the, yeah, account contracts. Okay. Hopefully you guys like the stream and come back here tomorrow. Have a nice day. Bye.